you will not want to infect other people because you understand that if everybody out there has HIV infects everybody that has HIV, human beings will run extinct, right? So, as a responsible person, you won't want to uh, infect somebody else with that disease that you have. The same thing, these people, they're sick. They have ways that are sick. And it's true, they're sick. But when they see somebody that is not sick, it's just common sense to say, well, this person is not sick. I shouldn't try to infect them with the wrong things I'm doing. The killing, the stealing, and the destruction, infecting people with HIV, raping women. I shouldn't get this. Uh, uh, those that are practicing homosexuality, we were not created naturally to do that kind of things, those kind of things. Um, a person that finds themselves doing that kind of thing, it's in their best interest to understand that those that don't have that kind of lifestyle, they're living they're living the natural way that we're designed to live. So you see a person like that, you don't try to get them to become like you. You don't try to get them to have HIV. You don't try to get them to become homosexual, or you don't try to get them to kill, steal, and destroy. You don't do those kind of things because you understand that you who is with that sickness, that it is not natural. It's a sickness. You that has that sickness, if you should be trying to get to a position where you ensure that other people don't get it, because if we all become like that, then society will be destroyed. I'm not saying anything against. Okay, we agree. It's it's not natural. We all agree that that's not a natural thing that we're designed to do. But to use methods to try and pressure people to join that kind of lifestyle is wickedness against society, not just against the person. It's against society because we understand that everyone practices such things. If everyone practices such things, society would collapse. So we'll go extinct. If everybody engaged in those kind of activities, then we'll be extinct. I mean, we know these things. So if somebody has that kind of a weakness, and they're still hoping and wishing for God to change them eventually, to try and put that on someone else, it's, it goes beyond the sickness. It's wickedness, because we understand that if everybody in society did that, what we did that kind of thing, society will go extinct. Tomorrow there will not be no human beings on the earth. But the people that do these kind of things, that are in influential places, in Wall Street, and use money to do these kind of things, they do it out of selfish motive. It's all about them. Because if they had the bigger picture in their minds, they will not use their money to pressure politicians to turn the other eye, to turn the face the other way, while they do these wicked acts. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't use the money to do that kind of thing. They wouldn't use the money to pressure people in Congress to turn the other way while they destroy the economy like this. They wouldn't do it. They'll do. Why are they doing it? They're doing it because they care about themselves. And that's why you have to realize, you who happens to come across this video, they don't care about you. They care about them. What does that tell you? You have to look out for you. And the only way to look out for you is to have a refuge in God. This is the only way to look out for you. Because they don't care about you. They're doing these things, they don't care about you. They don't care if you get hurt. They're actually hoping that you get hurt. They're scheming and planning ways to hurt the public, to drive the economy back 50 years if they can. Why do they create legislation? To 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 divide up how money is going, how they're going to spend money, how they're going to print money, right? This is what the purpose of the Congress is to sit and make laws on how money is going to be printed. They print money from trees. You plant trees, they grow. You can plant trees, you can use trees that take 2-3 years to grow. You can use those trees to make paper, and you'd have that forever. You'd always plant trees. There are a lot of trees that you take a year to grow, 2 years to grow, 3, 4, you know. A majority of the trees that take very long to grow, you know, you use them for, they use them for articles that are expected to last long too, and those are more expensive. So this is how it's designed. So you print money from trees, but you can't just go out and print money randomly. Then you can't control the economy, right? Okay. So the job of Congress is what? To make laws so that money is printed in a way that society, that economy is revolving, is rolling, is going like it's supposed to, right? This is the purpose of printing money. This is how they make. This is how we. This is the purpose of Congress. This is the actual function of Congress. The function of Congress is budget. Make laws to gather information from society on where money is needed more and how it should be printed and how much of it should go to one section depending on how society has needs. This is the purpose of Congress. Now, when you hear that Congress has reached a deadlock and they won't make legislation to print money or to have the government run, what that is telling you is what? What that is telling you is that they don't want to do their jobs because they want you to end up on the streets, like a lot of people are. And when you're on the streets, you become desperate. When you become desperate, then you do anything to get away from the streets. So if they send people to you and tell you that, well, to get off the streets, I would have to rape you, and if you're not gay, I have to tell you, you become gay so you can get off the streets. You say, oh yes, oh okay, I would rather become gay than to stay on the streets. This is why they're doing these kind of things. Or they send people out there to give you drugs, so you take the drugs and you calm the pain. It's not that there's no money, it's just they don't want to make legislation to put the monies in the right place to help people, because they want you to be desperate. When you're desperate, then you can accept things that you would not accept if you were not desperate. You understand the reasoning? This is why they're doing it. This is why they do what they do. They do it because they want to put you in a place where you're desperate, so that they can suggest to you things that you would not accept under normal circumstances. You would accept it if you're desperate. This is why they do what they do. This is why they don't. That's why they tell you that Washington is broken. No, it's not broken. They just don't want to legislate the money in a way that will help society. So they cut off programs that are helpful to society. That way, more people become desperate, and then they're willing to join in different secret cults and carry out acts of killing, stealing, and destruction. This is why they're doing it. I'm talking, and why does God allow them to do that? Because on our end, a lot of us don't want to listen to what God has to say. You're talking to someone about God, and they say, oh, I don't want to hear about that. That is your business. But the same person, tomorrow when he's in trouble, he will come back to want to get help from God. That's the same person that said, you mind your own business today, I'll mind my own tomorrow. I was talking to somebody just yesterday, and he was saying, I have to pay child support. So I have to do what I have to do, even if it means going out and robbing someone. And then I asked him, if you can't pay that child support, what will happen? If you honestly show him that you're out there looking for a job,